What is good, YouTube? This is DP and I'm back at it, and today we are going to be talking about the new live stream that we just got for Anthem again. But before we get started, don't forget to do all that YouTube shenanigans, all that good stuff, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to go ahead and do all the YouTube shenanigans. I already said that. So now let's go back to the video. Before we get started, you guys already know what happened with this new live stream we got. Unfortunately, they were having some issue on the internet side of things. They were also having some issue with the frame rate dropping and some in-game coding problem that was going on. So the stream kind of ended up earlier than expected. Even though Michael Gambo did his best to actually put the stream together with his team, which they did, and unfortunately we did not get to see the full-on 1 hour or close to 1 hour live stream we usually get, and they did not even get a chance to actually play on the mission that we were supposed to get and then see the revamp they made on the mission, but which we will get to see next time. And also, if you don't know, there's a link going around. I'm pretty sure the link is already dead, but there's a link going around about a playtest environment for Anthem on December 8th and 9th. So if you were one of the lucky ones to actually sign up for that, well, good for you. And if you want to share your account with me when that happens, feel free to do that so I can play as well. But I'm just kidding, yo. I mean, if you were able to sign up for that and then get selected to play, that's good, because that will give people a lot more reason to play and talk about Anthem. So that will give us more incentive to talk about the game and see and understand different things and see how the game is, so the community will be able to still have that talk going around the game. And that's good for the game. I mean, that might be bad for them, but it's also a good thing. It's a scary thought, but it's good for BioWare to actually do that. EA, if you were lucky to sign up on that link, well, man, good for you. For me, I unfortunately did not know about the link, so who cares? I just wait for the beta to come out now. At first I was kind of skeptical, did not really want to see what they had to show of Fort Tarsis, but now that I see what they have here, it's actually a good thing for me to see. The way they did it was actually quite amazing. It's not what I was expecting. I was thinking maybe lame, kind of like the other live stream we had. But now that I actually went in and we watched the live stream and saw certain things, I'm like, okay, it makes a lot more sense. It's actually more lively than what I was expecting. And the thing I liked the most about Fort Tarsis for me was the simple fact that whenever you see it, at first they say that Fort Tarsis is basically under construction. Literally is under construction. Everything, there's a shop is still closed, or there's nothing really to do there. We got to see the forge, which is basically like the weaponsmith, the forge, which is basically connected. That's where you go get your stuff. That's where you do your customization and everything. We got to see it, and it was amazing to actually see that, and to look at Fort Tarsis for what it is right now in game, and actually looking at it give me this feeling of excitement, because Fort Tarsis is under construction. When you get the game, you log on, not everything will be open, not every shop will be available to you, but as you play the game and as you level up, you unlock different javelin. The Fort Tarsis will grow with you as you go on to your journey and unlock more stuff and discover more of the world of Anthem. Then you will be able to unlock more of Fort Tarsis. I'm guessing it's going to be like a Warframe, where you play Warframe, for instance. You start a mission, you go here, you get certain like artifact, and come back to your ship and plug it on, and you unlock the foundry, you unlock the gunsmith, and whatever you want to call it. And here, that's kind of what they're doing too, which is great. But there will be a lot of shops from what we've seen. There's going to be quite a few shops in Anthem, and I'm hoping that those things stay relevant, only a one-time use, because if they make it to where like you only go here and get one thing and come back out and you never go back there again, it's going to be lame. Because Destiny did it to where like, okay, well, you go see the gunsmith, you go see Lord Shax, and you go see this person, Destiny 1, and then after that there is no reason for you to go back to it again. Man, I hope they keep those shops relevant throughout the life of Anthem, which they say is a live service for the game, and I'm really hoping for them to do that, keep it alive. So as we grow and Fort Tarsis grow with us as we repair more of the Fort Tarsis. It's kind of like the Division. When you play the Division, you start the headquarters is crappy, but as you grow and then level up, like this place transform into something new, bigger and better. So that's what Fort Tarsis is looking like. It's going to be. And next thing is we're going to talk about the cutscene that was in the game. Usually what they show us is basically like they go playing and do missions. We don't really get to see like in-game dialogue and interaction between characters. But here we got to see Owen and or Javelin and that other lady, one of the important characters in the game. I forgot her name and I don't even care enough to want to know. The way they interact was actually amazing, because that gave more life to the characters. I'm sorry, Owen's character, I really did appreciate the way he interacted with us, with the player, who would have been Michael Gambon at the time, his character, I'm guessing. And that was really unique, you know, to see them interact, give them more life and make it more meaningful for us to watch the stream and actually see that cutscene where they were talking about the lost Arcanist mission, where like, okay, there's an Arcanist somewhere and she believes that he's still alive, and that's a mission for us to go actually and go pick him up, bring him back, and this and that. And that's, I guess, where we were supposed to see mission in play, but since they ended up the live stream earlier than expected, we did not get to see it. And I'm pretty sure they will show us that mission next live stream, whenever that might be, which I'm pretty sure will be sooner than expected, because this one here did not go as they planned. So we will have to see when that happens. And also the vault is gonna have limited space, which is I don't know, man. It's basically kind of like Destiny. You know, Destiny had the same problem with the vault being limited, and here they have the vault with limited space. We got to see it. And that's what we store our stuff. You know, all the weapons, the gear, and armor that you get and collect in the game. That's where you're gonna have to store it. And then from what I'm seeing here, is just them saying that, you know what, well, you're gonna have to kind of keep what you want and throw away what you don't need. It makes sense. But with the world of Anthem, if they say it's as big as they claim it to be, then it's going to be a problem for people to keep all of this good stuff, unless the like master gear and then all the weapon that we can equip is limited. It's like there is not much of the good stuff. If there's only maybe like 2 of the best weapons throughout the whole game, then yes, that's what people get. But at the same time, that will also create problem, because there's no variety, there's no incentive to do anything else to get any other weapon. If we know that there's only 2 good weapons in the game, that's it. So I don't think that's gonna happen, and I'm pretty sure later on the road they will give us more space for the vault, because as they realize that more people will want to have more space, because Destiny had the same problem. People want to collect, people want to hold on to their stuff, and that's going to happen in this game as well. You know, a lot of people like to collect stuff and keep it, even if they don't use it. And here they're also going to do the same thing, and I'm pretty sure BioWare is gonna give us more space. And also they had Ben Arvin released an article on Twitter about how the game is basically good for them to take home. They can take build of the game home to go play, and which is actually amazing. That's because that means they can actually play the game outside of the comfort of a studio, where they can actually see the game as a player and play and see bugs in the game that they might not have seen in the studio, because then they will have to play with the server, the internet, like we do a regular video game. That's where they will log in and play with other characters, other devs, and actually interact with each other and see each other's javelin for the first time, which is a good thing. Like he made a comment of seeing a javelin of his friend, his co-worker, which was amazing to him, and that's, you know, that's like a good thing. That's a sign that tells you that they're working on the game, and now they basically just working on it just to fix stuff, because we are like 2 months, 3 months away from release. So game is coming along pretty well from what we have seen and what we are seeing here. So it's a good thing for them to do that, and that's pretty much all I have. I'm gonna go in more in depth about the whole live stream that we have, and actually kind of talk about things that I might have had question for, or think is interesting to talk about, or think that like everybody like to do, things that you may have missed about the live stream, which you know, it's YouTube, people do that. So if I do it like that, don't hate me. I'm just doing it because Nah, I'm just kidding with you. I'm not gonna do that. You know, you watch live stream, you pretty much saw everything. There's no things you might have missed. It's just a reason to make a video. But guys, I'm gonna cut the video right here. I hope y'all enjoy, and also don't forget to subscribe. That do really help the channel a lot. And I'm also thinking about doing a Anthem giveaway next month. Not even Anthem, any game in that matter that's coming up next year. I'm gonna look up game that's coming out next year, and I might make a video about it and see what you're interested. Probably one person is gonna comment down below and be like, yeah, I'm interested in that. I already know. But if he indeed does do that, I might as well just go ahead and give it to him, you know, just so he can have it. Maybe Anthem, who knows. But anyway, man, I'll make a video for that and see what happens. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe and do all the YouTube good stuff. So I will talk to you guys on the next video, which will be in a couple days. Probably tomorrow I'll make another video because I post on weekends and Wednesdays. So yeah, peace out.